Welcome back to Good Day. While our Good Day garden is quiet and snow covered right now, it's not too early to start thinking about what to put into it.
Oh, I love this. Yeah, so let's go to an expert. Amy Stone of the OSU Extension Office is with us today. Thanks for being here.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Look at her spotted squash and spotted lanternfly shirt. So cute. I am really excited. We gotta think gardening in spring. What have you got for us?
So now is a great time to plan, right?
Okay.
Like February is the time for love. So those people that love to garden, you got to start planning.
Let's do it.
So whether that's expanding into a new garden, maybe adding plants, maybe if you're aging, it's reducing the gardens and trying to minimize.
Okay.
So you got to kind of think both ways.
Yeah.
Catalogs, apps, there's just so many opportunities to figure out what you want to do. Talk to your family. Like, what do you want to eat in the garden? What can we grow? And so, trying new things. Have you gotten catalogs at home?
No, and this is the thing. I think every year we don't plan. So then May rolls around and you're getting toward Mother's Day, and then you're like, we're not ready. And you just end up going to the store and buying a few plants and throwing them in the beds.
There's a great app that actually plans your garden, and so it takes the amount of space that you have, and then you plug things in. If you're kind of old school, you can journal like in a book like this and talk about, I planted today.
That's really
this is
smart.
Harvesting. So
that's actually really smart.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Then
So-
you know the time, like this takes so many weeks or whatever.
Yep.
Okay.
And so we'll talk about winter sowing in just a second, but I added that into my calendar, or even just a regular notebook. I think we need to take more time to just get out in the garden and observe what's going on and track things.
Yeah.
So starting seeds is really exciting, right? And have you ever started seeds inside?
Not inside.
Inside can be tough, right? So you need
I need the
artificial
light. Yeah, I worry a little bit about the light.
Yeah, and those seedlings are so tender, and you have to have a really green thumb to take care of those. And so that is possible, though, and a lot of people start seeds inside.
Okay. Interesting.
But I got hooked on this winter gardening a few years ago, and this is kind of what I say is the lazy person's way to start.
Sign me up. What do we got? Tell me more.
All you need are milk jugs.
Okay.
Make sure you've got your drainage holes, and then I like to. So I
just put like a few. Okay.
Yeah, just a few of them in there. Then what I like to do is just cover it up so in case the holes got a little bit big, your soil isn't going to run through. Want the water
Coffee
there.
filters. It's like it was made for that.
That's right. You can use a napkin or whatever too.
Yeah.
You're going to add some soil and then the seeds that you want. And so what we did here, and so it's like a little greenhouse.
Cute.
And so I started some spinach for you guys.
For us?
Yeah.
thank you.
So that's going to go out into your garden.
Okay.
You scatter the seeds, and you want to kind of seed it a little bit heavy because they're not going to grow their whole lives in there. You're going to put them out to your garden. You're going to transplant them.
Do you need to space them properly or not necessarily?
I just kind of scattered them.
Sprinkle them in there.
Yep, added a little soil and then kind of spritzed them to get them a little bit moist.
Yeah, because they
Notice
are pretty
the
moist.
lids off, and so additional snow and rain will go down in there.
Okay. So you can put this
goes
outside.
Yes, and so the seeds know as the seasons change when they can germinate. And spinach is a cool season crop, and so now is the time to do that.
Oh,
Spinach.
so this is what it looks like.
So you want to be specific about which seeds you're planting, though. You don't want to put like tomatoes out there.
So you could put tomatoes, but that seed knows that it's way too early to germinate. And so they're not going to germinate till a little bit later in the season. Make sure if you have multiple jugs going, because once this catches on you, you're going to be hooked. So I put what the seeds are. The date that it was sown, and then I actually, and this, we'll see how it holds up there. You may have to attach it a little bit better, but I took the seed packet, I laminated it, so then you have all of the information right there. So how long it's going to germinate, how long once it germinates to harvest, and so all that information is right there with those plants.
So literally, we can take this outside in our Good Day garden. And then about how long do you think we'll start seeing spinach in there?
So it kind of depends on the weather. weather, right? But you're going to start to see germination once the temperatures get up a little bit higher. And these can go out in, late March into April.
Oh.
You can add a row cover to give it a little protection if we have those cold snaps as, spring arrives.
The way that happens, doesn't it? So then once we get to, hey, we've planted our garden, can we put this in, or is it done?
So what you'll do is you'll open it up,
Yeah.
and then you're going to tease out those plants, and
Sure.
you'll put you'll plant those directly into the garden.
Look at that. I
Interesting.
love that. Okay,
So
so get your milk jugs
So
going.
then something else along with gardening, the bugs. They're coming up, and there's one that we really want to focus on for this season.
Yeah, so the old insect that we've heard so much about and experienced, my t-shirt kind of shows,
Yes.
is spotted lanternfly.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a new insect on the radar in Lucas County especially, and it's called the box tree moth.
Okay.
Great.
And so the box tree moth is an insect that eats our boxwoods, which is a really
this.
common landscape plant that we see.
Yeah. Hold it up.
It is an evergreen, so people like that. It does well in a variety of locations, and the deer don't like it.
Okay.
And so it's really a popular plant in our landscape. And unfortunately, this box tree moth that's kind of new on the radar will defoliate and eat all those leaves.
Oh.
We don't want that.
No, so they're actually overwintering as caterpillars. So they take a couple leaves and they make the little house with some webbing around it. So they're already
smart.
out there if your shrub is infested.
Oh, this is what they
So
look
if that's
like.
what they look like?
Yes.
That as a caterpillar?
Yep, and so that's the damaging stage of the insect. And like I said, they will eat all of the leaves and can totally defoliate your shrub. So really paying attention to what's going on.
Okay.
A lot of insects in the spring, they hatch from an egg, and so little insects have little appetite, and so you see a progression of them feeding and the damage. But these guys are already caterpillars, so when they're warming up and ready to eat, they are going to eat a lot.
So we want to look for this? What is this?
So these are the egg masses for the spotted lanternfly.
Oh, that's for the spotted lantern.
So
Okay.
just a reminder that that's how they overwinter, and now is a great time to scrape or smash those egg masses to reduce the population.
Okay.
There was a
Get rid of 'em.
That's right. Concerted effort in the state of Virginia. They had kind of a little contest
Yeah.
to encourage
That's
people to scrape egg
right.
masses. They scraped over 150,000 egg masses,
Whoa.
which would equate to between 4 and 6 million spotted lanternfly that aren't going to be there
Well, that's
because
good.
they took that
I think
time
I
and
saw
effort.
about that many, I feel like.
I felt
like it.
Over last summer. I briefly, though, do want to mention the box tree moth, though. What can we do to prevent that right now? Anything?
So you want to make sure that you're looking at your boxwoods, watching them. There are definitely insecticide applications that can be
Okay.
made if the insect is present.
Okay. All right.
And Extension has information that can be helpful in working on your situation.
You guys got everything. You got all the tools. I can't wait to put this outside.
Yes,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
You're welcome.
We're
Appreciate
thinking
it.
spring.
We are.
That's what we like
Wonderful.
to hear.